Here we go. So we're at A4U Munich, and with me is Dave Naylor. How are you doing, Dave?
I'm good.
You enjoying the conference?
Yeah, awesome so far.
Good. You had a talk this morning, in which you gave a lot of tips on optimizing, and one of the subjects you addressed was the long tail issue, which has been playing around on the web for the past couple of days, weeks. Could you give us your take on what's going on?
Okay, so to start off with, this is more hunch-based than fact-based, so please take it at face value that I've been doing this for quite a while, and a lot of stuff that turns out to be hunch-based does actually turn out to be fact-based in the end. So a couple of large websites approached me that they'd lost a lot of traffic, and they believed that the traffic that they had lost was short-tail, so it was long-tail, but the short-tail had either increased or had stayed about static. And I didn't think much of it until there was 2 or 3 people had said this to me. So what I started looking at was things like, okay, what else happened in that time frame? So one of the things that I noticed that domains that had been removed from Google had come back. So obviously they'd done either penalty lift or a refresh of data, and those sites are still there. So there could be a percentage of the data that's been lost due to the fact that sites that used to rank for long tail queries are back in the index and are ranking and taking a bit of that traffic away from you. The next one, I got no real grounding for this other than a few search queries that I've run so far. I found sites that rank for long tail. They should be there for the long tail, but when you look at it, they really shouldn't be there for the long tail. And the example I used today in the session was, if you take something like, I'm looking for a BMW 5 Series with pink leather seats and OZ alloy wheels, well, BMW doesn't do a 5 Series with pink leather seats, and they certainly don't do them with OZ wheels, you know what I mean? It's an aftermarket product that you can't buy from BMW. So it's almost as if Google had taken the long tail query and just chopped off bits and said, okay, BMW is relevant for the BMW part, let's just stick them in there anyway, because even if it's like a product, a query that doesn't quite make sense, it does make sense. It's almost like they took the 9-10 keyword phrase and took it down to a 4 keyword phrase, BMW 5 Series. And it's like, okay, just give me one result from that set, show that, or 2 results from that set, show that, and then start showing more the long tail. So that's another theory. The other one is, it looks like there was some sort of infrastructural change. The webmaster tools brought out the click-through data, positional data. Google seemed to be very rapid going through very large websites, much more than normal. So is it just the old competitor thing, you know what I mean? Like websites that only had a couple of 100,000 pages indexed have now got a couple of million pages indexed. They're taking you slow. The problem that we have obviously is that from a long tail point of view, no one rank checks their shit. So you have this whole problem that I've got 1 million keywords, I get 3 million uniques a day from it. My top converting keyword sends me 20 people. You know what I mean? What do I rank check? What competitors were there at that time? There's no landscape, so it really is hard to kind of from a factual point of view put it down. I'm hoping to get some logs for the last 6 months from a large website, and then we'll extract all the long tail queries that Google sent them over a 6-month period and see if there's numbers dropped or numbers are short, what was losing out, and then identify what's been removed. And then we can start looking at what's actually ranking organically now. Is it just another long tail site to replace a long tail site, or is it a short tail site ranking for a long tail query?
What would you advise companies or websites who see the decrease in numbers to do?
I think the problem is that they can't identify what they've lost. They just know that they've lost something. They can't say, oh, we've lost this section of the web, or anything over 6 keyword phrases. They just don't know. As I said in my presentation, it's like Patrick Altoft has got a guest post by Mike Catlin on adding keyword positions to queries in Google Analytics. I suggest you must probably do that to start off with.
That's on Blogstorm, right?
That's on Blogstorm. We're going to launch out a product that will plug into your Google Analytics account, bring the data out, and then look at the landscape for you and give you kind of information. Again, on long tail though, it's a monster job, you know what I mean? I don't want someone plugging in a million search queries and destroying my service, so to speak. So I would look at most probably building like an in-house script that monitors all these ins and outs traffic as of now, and try to identify where the real losses are. Is it occurring in sections of your website? Is it certain pages? Is it certain URL types? Or is it just the fact that you are just generally losing traffic and it's decreasing?
On a more general issue, Google's been doing these kinds of stuff once in a while that people are just wondering what the hell happened here. How do you think Google should approach this?
It's a tough one. I mean, the last thing that Google needs to do is come out and say, yeah, we started injecting websites that we believe are relevant for long tail queries, even though they're not optimized for long tail queries. Which I think that then you have the whole situation. If someone searches for four-door car with pink leather seats and Ozo alloy wheels, and BMW shows up, and they shouldn't show up because, hey, let's face facts, you may be able to get a Cadillac with that exact setup, or a Mitsubishi with that exact setup. It's like, how do they favour one car manufacturer over another car manufacturer? So it is a fine line. I love open. You know what I mean? If they came out and made a statement to why people have lost that long tail traffic, that would be awesome. It'd stop all the speculation, and people could then actually start to look at how to provide a solution to their own immediate problems. At the moment, it's very much like, oh my god, I've lost traffic. What I'm not seeing that I used to see is like, when a big update has come out, people will be like, oh no, this is the worst update ever. No, it's the best update ever. I'm not seeing anyone saying, wow, we've seen a massive increase in long tail traffic. I'm not seeing that, you know what I mean? I don't see the balance of like people that have lost traffic and the people that have won traffic. And that kind of, to me, indicates that it's two different industries, you know what I mean? If BMW see an uplift in 500,000 uniques because of long tail, they most probably wouldn't even notice that. If you're an affiliate or a Google AdSense affiliate, then obviously you would notice it.
Thank you very much.
Excellent.